Today I'm going to show you how I took a galvanized stock tank and turned it into a pool.
You can usually find these tanks at local feed stores, but due to the recent popularity of turning these tanks into pools, they're hard to find. We were able to buy an extra one our friends Stock Tank Love were selling on Facebook Marketplace. We got lucky and already had a level concrete slab in place. Otherwise, ground prep with sand would have been necessary to level and prepare a spot in the yard. I'm using a sand filter because it requires much less maintenance than a cartridge filter. You only need to replace the sand every few years and the overall cost is lower. The box contains the pump, filter, hoses, and the outlet valve. In addition, I needed to buy an inlet valve, 2 plunger valves, a 2 3/4 inch hole saw, and a marine grade adhesive sealant. For the filter media, I'm using filter glass instead of sand because it filters better and it lasts longer. I also purchased this reusable water filter when filling the pool to help filter out things like calcium, VOCs, and hard water.
Okay, I'm going to start by drilling a hole for the outlet. When you pick your spot for the hole, make sure it's far enough down so the larger part of this outlet clears this lip right here.
And then I did the same thing for the inlet valve, making sure to clear the lip on the side of the tank. I filed down any sharp edges with a metal file and then I cleaned up all those tiny metal shavings before moving on. For a little extra security against leaking, I added plumbing tape to the threads of the inlet and outlet valves. And then I loaded up my marine grade sealant and applied it around the inside of the outlet valve fitting. I placed the outlet in the higher hole, letting the adhesive squish out and fill in to make it watertight. I screwed on the nut nice and tight, making sure to keep the air hole facing up. And then I screwed on this extra piece that comes with the outlet called the air jet valve. I repeated all of the steps for the inlet valve and placed it in the lower hole. Any squeeze out of adhesive can be smoothed out by dipping your finger in water and running it around the edge. Here you see me installing the 2 plunger valves. These will allow you to change out the filters or hoses in the future without letting all of the water out of your pool. As I mentioned earlier, I'm using glass media in place of sand in this filter. I placed a cup over the inner hole of the tank to keep the media from falling in the center, and then I filled the glass media up to the fill lines marked. And again, I'm using glass because it lasts longer than sand and filters even better. Then I attached the hoses to the plunge valves and the pump and secured the collar on the tank. Your pump's instructions will show you the correct placement for all of your lines. And with everything set up, it was time to fill the pool. The last thing to do is to add something to maintain a clean, sparkling pool and keep that bacteria in check. Instead of chlorine, my friends at Stock Tank Love suggested a natural alternative of 35% food-grade hydrogen peroxide. Chlorine has some side effects that I'd rather do without, and this option really works great. I'll leave links to this peroxide as well as some test strips in the description below. I'm thrilled with how this stock tank pool turned out. It's amazing how much it feels like a real pool and how well it cools us down in the warmer months. It's inexpensive and it's easy to fit in most any yard. If you follow me on Instagram and watch my highlights, you'll see some behind the scenes on how I built the deck. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because I've been toying with the idea of turning this tank into a hot tub for the winter. If I do, I'll be sure and post a video here. Also, my friends at Stock Tank Love are now selling DIY kits to make it even easier to DIY your own pool, which will include all the supplies you need to get up and running. I'll link to that down below. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next project.